So, the art of being alone. The art of being alone is such a beautiful thing. Solitude is a beautiful thing. Sometimes when we go throughout life, we think that being alone is a curse. Being alone is a bad thing. Being alone means that something is definitely wrong with you. All of those are lies. So let's just scratch that out, because all of that is not insightful and it's not directly true. It's false. It's a false narrative that society has put a damper on individuals when it comes to being alone and solitude, solo dating, loving yourself, self-care, and all of the above. And it's not just about the materials either. It's not about the material thing, because you can get your nails done, you can get your hair done, you can look put together, put all the makeup on, honey, and still feel hurt on the inside. So today's video is all about the art of being alone. Solitude, singleness, rejection, redirection, your isolation season, all of the above. So let's jump into it. If you don't know me, my name is Lyss Chapman, also known as Lyss Speaks, and subscribe to the channel if you love all things motivation, self-improvement, and all of the above. So let's get started. So tip number 1, being alone is not the end of the world, honey. It's rewarding. Being alone is rewarding. Being alone is a gift. Being alone is a gift. Not only do you get freedom, but you basically just get time for you. It's pretty much basically the same thing, but they're 2 and 2. Because when you get freedom basically means you just free, you just run all off. You can, because sometimes when we want to be alone, we don't even spend time with ourselves alone. We feel like we need to be around people. Let's use breakups for example. Let's say you were in a relationship. Then you think, oh, okay, I'm free now. I don't have to worry about being so hooked to a relationship. Let's get real here. But it's not necessarily about freedom, honey. It's, no, we ain't talking about that. We're talking about spending time with you. Are you okay? Are you able to sit alone with your thoughts? Are you able to sit alone with yourself? Let's talk about singleness. Because a lot of us feel like something is wrong with us for being single. But being single is a gift. Being single is a major gift that God puts you through. It's such a beautiful thing. So let's not look at singleness as a bad thing. Spend time with yourself. Spend time with God. Get to know God. Get in His Word. Practice your self-love journey, your healing journey. Heal from any traumas, any issues, because you don't want to take that into a future relationship. You don't want to take that into a future marriage. You want to heal. Doesn't mean you'll be completely healed. Let's get real here. Healing is a lifelong journey. Healing is never ending. But healing is possible, and it is a such thing as just healing through life's trials and tribulations, and from life's trials and tribulations. But singleness is such a beautiful thing. I know we hear it a lot on the media, like, oh, enjoy your single season. But no, really, you have to enjoy it. So being alone is a gift, because it's time to get quiet. This moves into my next tip, which is enjoy your own company. So when things get quiet, like I was talking about before, when you are alone with your own thoughts and emotions, which is a healthy thing to go through, are you okay with that? And if the answer is no, then we got some work to do. Whether it's healing, whether it's starting therapy, whether it's talking it out or journaling, talking it out with God, whatever it is for you. Everybody's situation is different. What I'm trying to get to the point is, you have to be okay with being with you. Be okay with being with you. Be okay with sitting alone quiet, sitting alone talking to God, sitting alone with your own thoughts and emotions all to begin with. Maybe you're a person who feels like you're a little anxious. Maybe when you sit alone by yourself, you can't take it. You have to talk to someone throughout your day. Or you're always around people. Maybe you're someone who likes to be on the go, 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 go. All 24/7. Maybe throughout the week you're working a 9-to-5 job. And then on the weekend you're like, you know what, I have to be around people. I have to go out to events. I have to hang around with people, my family, my friends, individuals. I have to be able to just, I can't be alone. I cannot sit around in the quiet like that. Honey, you have to do that. Eventually. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, you have to do that. So enjoy your own company. You have to get to a point to where you can enjoy your own company. Take yourself out on solo dates. And let's get into that. Because a lot of us out here might be a little fearful of that. Fearful to be on our own and be independent and be able to do things for ourselves. We cannot be dependent upon others. I know such thing as someone who suffers from chronic illness. I'm talking about taking care of you and choosing you. Choosing you to a point to where you're able to be okay with being you. How do you expect to get to know yourself if you don't spend time with yourself? You have to spend time with you. It's about choosing you. That's self-love. That's self-care. Doesn't mean you have to spend money doing it. So watch your favorite movie. If you want to spend money, get your nails done, your hair done. Put on some makeup. Let's talk about the inner work. Do some journal prompts. If you're going to do therapy, then do therapy. If you want to exercise, exercise. Want to listen to music? Listen to music. Praise and worship God. Joyful music that just makes you feel happy and confident. But at the end of the day, you have to learn to be okay with being alone. Be okay with being with you. And let's talk about this too, because sometimes we go into situations where we actually burn out because we're too busy. Let's get real here. Too busy all the time. Whether it's doing too much for others or doing too much just to keep ourselves busy. You have to fill your cup up. Because eventually you will burn out. You will crash out. Let's get real, because sometimes we feel like, oh, if I just do more, then eventually I will just be okay the whole entire time. I'll be okay during that. No, you won't. No, you won't. You have to take care of you. You have to fill your own cup up mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. In all aspects. Because how can you be okay for somebody else when you're not even okay yourself? You have to be right for you. Take care of you. And honor that. So start your healing journey. Start your self-worth journey. Start your self-love journey. Because it starts on the inward. Starts inward. And goes outward. Now let's jump into singleness. Singleness is a blessing. It's a blessing. I know you don't want to hear it, but singleness is a blessing. I know you want to be booed up. Some of us feel like we're not worth it because we're still single. Maybe you've been single your whole life. Maybe you're just not being single. I don't know what your situation is, but just know that singleness is a blessing. It is a blessing. You will find that individual on God's timing. God's timing, honey. God's timing. So, let God lead you. Let God guide you. Let Him help you throughout this single season. Lean on Him the most. Come to Him the most. And I feel like sometimes when you think your single season is hard because you're too busy maybe on social media. Let's get real. Like, social media can be a big one. Or maybe all your friends around you are in relationships. Don't compare. Don't look left. Don't look right. First of all, look to God and look in the mirror and tell yourself, I am still worth it. I am still worthy of love. And yes, I want a relationship. Let's get real. Be real with yourself. Be real and upfront with yourself. I want to be in a relationship. I want love. Healthy love. But before you can even enter into that healthy love, make sure that you're loving yourself. And unpack, heal and unpack your traumas. Unpack your inner issues. Unpack what just happened from that breakup. Unpack your inner child. Unpack all of that. Because I know sometimes we want to just jump into love thinking that it'll heal us and we'll be so happy when we do. First off, we don't know better than what God knows about us. Because He knows on His timing. And not only that, sometimes we want to jump into relationships and we feel like it's going to just make us so happy. But what if there's something deep down going on the inside of us? Something deeply going on that we need to work on. So we have to go all in, dive deep all into all of that. And back to God's will, like, it's God's will for your life. And I want to talk about in 1 Corinthians when Paul was talking about how, you know, it's a beautiful thing in singleness when you're single or when you're not in marriage or in a relationship, because Paul was specifically talking about how the responsibility that comes with marriage. So enjoy now. Be present. Be present in your single season. Paul was talking about how it's more that comes with marriage. And we all know this, but it's the literal truth. So be present right now while you have the time with God. Because once you become in a covenant and unite with your person, it's you and that person against the world. And, you know, we have to really focus on, or whoever's in their single season, just focus on the fact that you got to focus on you. Spend time with God and focus on you so much to the point to where you're just like, you know, I'm focused on my goals. I'm focused on my dreams. It doesn't mean that your goals and dreams got to be career-wise. If it is career-wise, get to it. If it's health-wise, get to it. Self-love, self-worth, get to it. If it's mental health-wise, get to it. Take care of yourself. Doesn't mean you're going to be perfect before you get to the relationship. That's not what we're seeking. We're not seeking perfection. But what we are seeking, solitude. Understanding that we are enough regardless if we're in a relationship or not. Regardless of our relationship status, we're still enough. Regardless if we're still single in 5 years, we're still enough. Regardless, no matter what our situation is, say, I am still enough. I am still worthy. You got to remind yourself of that. So God is preparing you in your single season. He's preparing you for marriage, so much more. He's preparing you. Single season can be preparation. It's for you to get to know yourself. It can be for you to get to know God more. For you to love yourself more. It's not telling what you're in your single season for, but just know it's God's plan. So this goes along with the isolation chapter. Now I'm not talking about isolation to extreme isolation when you don't engage and indulge in community. Because we all need community. We all need people. We're human beings. We thrive off of social interaction. We need our social life. But what I'm talking about is isolation to the point where God maybe has removed you from certain individuals. He's removed you from certain areas of life. Removed you from certain groups and certain people and certain, you know, things and certain habits. Whatever it might be for you. God maybe has isolated you for a specific reason, the isolation chapter. So let God, don't try to fight that. Just let God do his thing. Don't try to fight that at all. Don't. And you know, with the isolation chapter, maybe God is molding you for sure. He's preparing you and helping you to grow into the individual that he wants you to be. So enjoy that season. Dive into his word. Dive in. I know you're probably tired of me saying it, but for real, dive in deeply. And I know the isolation season or the isolation chapter can hurt and it can be seen very uncomfortable. The isolation chapter is very uncomfortable, I'm telling you. But maybe God wants you to grow. He wants to help you evolve and help you to become all that he wants you to just grow and evolve into. And I want to talk about when Jesus was in the wilderness. When Jesus was in the wilderness, that was tough for him too. Because the enemy was trying to comfort him. Trying to comfort his mind. Trying to comfort all of him. What did Jesus? He stated God's word. He said, not today, Satan. Go away, Satan. So whenever you're uncomfortable, you think, you know what, maybe I should go back to that friend group that God removed me from. Maybe I should go back to that man that God told me that I shouldn't be with. Maybe I should go back to that job and God told me to quit anyway. I'm telling you, the isolation, the enemy will try to come into your mind during the isolation season. But that's when you lean on community the most. That's when you lean on God the most. Go to God the most and go to his word the most. Enemy comes come to your mind and tell you what you need to say. No, I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to be obedient. I'm going to be obedient to God. I'm going to be obedient. So have that faith and trust that even though you're in your isolation period, and it can be very uncomfortable and very painful, you're shedding all of the bad habits. You're shedding all of the trauma. You're shedding all of the, you know, the unhealed parts of you, the brokenness, the unforgiveness. But, and that's not even just for isolation. That can be for any period of life. Any period. Single season, all of it. But just know you're going to come out looking so bright, shining like ever before. Now we're moving on to the redirection chapter. The redirection chapter is basically when you receive rejection or something didn't work out. So redirection is protection. Redirection is pivoting. Redirection is moving on to something new. A new season, a new life. Sometimes things do not turn out how we want it to turn out. And that's okay. I know you're probably tired of hearing, oh, God's plan, God's plan, God's plan. God's timing, God's time, God's time. But it's true. Like, once you get to that point and God brings forth the miracle and he brings forth the breakthrough, then you be like, oh, I understand why that didn't work out. Or I understand why he put me through that. Or why he allowed that. It's for your testimony. It's for your purpose. It's for your story. It goes along with singleness and the isolation. Like, God, why didn't this work out? Why did this relationship work out? Why am I single? Don't worry. God has something so much better for you. Why didn't the job work out? Why didn't I get a promotion? Why did I get that opportunity? God is like, you know what? You're going to start a business one day. But God is like, you know what? I'm going to send you to school. You're going to get that degree. You're going to become one of the biggest, well-known doctors ever. Saving lives. It's no telling what God has for you. But it's understanding that redirection is going to take you forward. It's going to take you further. God is redirecting you. What seemed like a mess up, what seemed like a loss, what seemed like a bad day, what actually didn't work out is actually God's form of greatness. His goodness. His redirection. To restoration. To healing. To betterment. To purpose. God is leading you to your purpose. So keep going. Tip number 6 is to recharge and decompress from outside factors. Take a break from social media. Take a break from work if you can. Even on your lunch break. Use your lunch break to journal. Like eat lunch and journal. Or eat lunch, listen to a podcast or to your favorite song. Listen to music. Take time for you. Take a solo date. Go out to eat by yourself. Recharge. Take care of your mental health. Have a mental health day. We have to rejuvenate and take care of ourselves. We have to take a break from the outside world and the outside noise. We don't have to be on social media 24/7. We don't. We have to let go of things like toxicity and, you know, whether it's individuals, whether it's habits, and just experience change. Work on something small and take care of you. And the last tip that I have is be grateful for every season of your life. Be grateful. Be present. You're never going to get this present moment again. Time is never ending. It keeps going. It keeps going. So you have to just enjoy the present moment. Be okay with now. Yes, your situation does not look how you want it to look, but you're working towards. You're putting forth effort and enjoy the journey. God is with you through it. Enjoy it. Be grateful for every season of life. Be grateful for the season right now in the moment. So take care of yourself, love yourself, understand the art of being alone. Solitude is for a reason. And actually do it for a reason too. Practice self-love. Practice self-care. Experience solitude. And all of the above. The art of being alone, it's a good thing. It's a great thing. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.